guest going to be joining us every week with tips on how locals can live their very best Las Vegas lives.
Yeah, don't forget about the locals. Joining us now, Las Vegas lifestyle expert Lacey Cerrone. First time on the show. We're so excited.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
We've been talking about it behind the scenes for a bit now. You're here finally. This is
Thank
good.
you.
We need this.
I'm excited for the partnership. I'm excited to be here. You guys are my fave. So, you know, I'm here. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
How did this Vegas gal come about?
So I moved to Vegas when I was 9. I come from a showbiz family, so we're from Kansas City, Missouri originally, and so I was always kind of out of sorts when I lived in Kansas City because nobody else had a showbiz family. They weren't Vegas-y. My family moved us here when I was 9, and it felt like I was finally at home for the first time in my life. I made friends. No other kids made fun of me. They were like, my parents work weird hours too, you know, because of all the casinos. So at that moment, I really just was excited that the city really blossomed and opened up for me. And I was upset that nobody else in the world knew how great this place was to live. So at that moment, at 9 years old, I made the commitment, I'm going to tell the world that this is the best place to live and try to convince people to move here. And that's what I've been doing for quite some time.
And growing up in Kansas City, it was a coin flip. It was either Vegas or Branson.
Yeah, you know.
You lucked out.
I did. I got the better side of that coin.
Yes,
My parents, thank God.
This could have been Branson, gal. Whole different show.
Yeah, different show.
So what are we going to expect from you every week on the show?
Yeah, I'm excited because, you know, one of my biggest passions is small businesses, local small businesses. So I really plan to kind of hopefully bring to the audience a representation of some really cool small businesses that are serving our community here in Las Vegas. The other thing that I'm excited about really more than anything is going to be the fact that, you know, I get to go and experience Vegas and show you how to live your best Las Vegas life. So hopefully by watching me do cool things, go to cool events, experience really awesome things, that the audience will feel compelled enough to maybe go and do that for themselves.
Yeah, you're like that good friend that many of us have down the street, but you know everything that's going on.
Yeah.
So, and speaking of living your best life, you're wearing the coolest earrings.
Thank you.
That I know are made from a friend of yours, and
Yes.
they're recycled skateboards?
They are, yes. This is from a
so
company
cool.
called Maple XO. They do recycled skateboards.
love it.
And I'm a big earring girl, so you'll notice in almost everything I do, it's going to be a big chunky earring. So many of the earrings I wear are from local businesses here, and of course I'll be sharing that with the audience.
That's
so
awesome.
I'm stoked.
Keep me in mind because I love my earrings.
I'll bring you a gift,
Oh my
don't you
gosh.
worry.
This is more of a pre. I don't have my ears pierced.
Oh, man.
But we could do
I'm
that
sorry.
if you'd like to.
I have dimpled earlobes.
Actually, he looks,
weird
doesn't
thing.
he look
It
like
does
he has
look like
his
he has his ear
pierced?
pierced. Looks like a second hole in there. That's weird.
Yeah, well, who knows? Okay. I know this is kind of a preview, but we need a tip today. How do we live our best Las Vegas life today?
Awesome. Well,
Do something new.
I have people contacting me through YouTube and Instagram and Facebook almost daily, hundreds of people asking me that exact question. And they're thinking of moving here, or they already live here, they just can't figure out what to do.
Yeah.
My best tip, if you're in Vegas, whether you're visiting for the first time or you already live here, get in your car and drive around.
Yeah.
Get outside of the 5-mile radius from your home. There are amazing things to be seen and experienced just 20 minutes across town that people don't really take the time to go to
People
do.
stay in that little quadrant and they don't leave.
we?
Yes, it's the truth.
And it creates an issue to where there's these little, you know, pockets of the city that nobody ever gets to see because they didn't realize. People come into town thinking, oh, that looks so much further away than it really is. You know, people come with the expectation that 20-minute drive is actually, or 20-mile drive is actually going to be hours long. In Vegas, everything is so easy to get around to. It's a grid system. Let's take advantage of it.
I was just bragging about that to my cousin who's in town yesterday. I was saying, because you have no idea, everything is 15 minutes here. It's like heaven because he's in LA, which is where I came from. You've seen a lot of people move into Las Vegas too. Of course, you've been here since you were 9. I've been here 4 years. Sean, how many years now?
12?
Okay.
Yeah.
12.
12 years, yeah.
There's a common mistake that you think people make when they move to Vegas. What's that?
They come with the expectation that this town lives and breathes like any other town, and it's just not true.
Yeah,
Las Vegas is like nothing you're ever going to experience, and you have to come in with the mindset that you need to be ready to experiencing anything that it brings to you. So I think the biggest mistake is that people have a tendency to expect it to have a real neighborhoodly feel right away because they might come from small town, any town USA. You have to work to build your community here. You have to really find your friends and your tribe and work to make that happen because the city is filled with people who are working weird hours, weird shifts, weird jobs. Sometimes you'll never see your neighbor, and that's not because they don't like you and they don't have the sugar to lend to you. It's just because they're working or they're sleeping when you're
I
up.
have neighbors, I have very friendly neighbors. I was on the lawn with one last night, but there's a house next to me. I've never met them.
See,
the
but that's
weirdest thing.
so
Yeah.
common. And you know, and I, as by my day job, I do real estate for a living. So when I'm helping people look for homes, that's the #1 thing I share with them. It's you got to know your neighbor might not be your friend, but it doesn't mean they don't like you. It just means they probably work graveyard at the Caesar's Palace, and you just got to accept that and be okay with it.
We're looking forward to having you every week.
Great
Thank
to have
you.
you.
Thank you, guys.
I'm excited.
All right, live your best Las Vegas life with tips from the Las Vegas Gal. Her number, her website right there on your screen, Las Vegas Gal Real Estate and Lifestyle. Proud sponsor of the Morning Blend.